Hi everybody, we're going to do an add it on core sequence. Okay, so we're going to start by laying on our back. And we're just going to start to engage through the breathing pattern. So just relax those arms, inhaling through the nose. And exhale through the mouth, through to the ribs, so you're feeling expanding. And through to the spine. So let's just concentrate on the breath. On the next inhale, I want you to just draw up through your pelvic floor. And now I want you to do shooting contractions, up, down, really intense. Now if the bottom muscle's coming in, you just need to tuck that pelvis under a little bit more, just so you can release it and work the internal. So we're just engaging the pelvic floor really well because it seems so good with abdominals. You'll just get more of a flatter tummy. Now you're teaming it with the breath. Okay, make this your last, and now we're going to scoop all the way up, like we're travelling all the way up to the top, and then you're going to bring it all the way back down. So I'm going to draw all the way up on the inhale, and then bring it back down on the exhale. So I'm really thinking about teaming it with the breath. At the very top, I want you to engage all the way up, drawing the navel towards the spine. Now you should feel a good contraction now in the lower back and the tummy. Okay, we're going to start off with doing some chin nods, neck turns, because we've got a lot of head lifts in our sit-ups. Chin to chest, inhale, turn the head to one side, back to the centre, chin nod. All the way to the other side, flowing with the breath. So when you do your chin nods, make sure you're not lifting your head up off the floor. It's almost like you're doing a double chin. Last one. Okay, we're just going to work alternating arms so we can warm up these arms. Still flowing with the breathing pattern. The more you flow with the breath, the more your body will relax, the more you'll be able to get out of it. Okay, both arms down now. I'm just going to do some little mini pelvic tilts. So I'm tucking my bottom under, then I'm placing it down. So now I've got like an arch here on the tilt down. I'm tucking it under, there's no arch here now, but my bum's slightly lifted, and then back down. So if you get a lot of back pain, lower back, these are really useful. You can even do them standing up. Or if you've got a sat down office job, these are also good to do too. So we're going to mobilise around the area, but it's going to engage the glutes, which is so important. Okay, we're going to put one hand behind the head, and then one arm is going to come up. We're going to exhale, lift, squeeze, and we're going to inhale down. Now if you can't lift through your chest, you can work on leg slides. So you can still have the arm out on the floor, but you can work on, instead of lifting through your chest, just stretching the leg in and out. You're still working the abs, but you're working the lower point. We're doing 10. And release. Okay, so you can either continue that with your chest lift, or you can keep your head down. Now I'm going to demo it with chest lift. I'm going to work the opposite side of the leg. So I'm going to lift up, knee fold, and bring back down. So if you're not lifting through your chest, you can work it here. You're still bringing in lots of symmetry. 10. So even if you're not lifting through your chest, you're just not getting the top of the abs in. but you are working through the lower part of the abs. Quite often, where we get like a pooch of the lower belly. Last one. Okay, if your neck's playing up, just do some little nose circles and reset yourself in between. Okay, so we're going to repeat that again, but we're going to lift up, bent leg, extend, bend, and down. So we're starting to bring in some really good coordination moves. So we're lifting up, we're just adding on from the other move. I'm still staying centre, so I'm still lifting both shoulders off equally. So I'm not twisting through the upper back. We're aiming for 10. You should be starting to really warm up through that tummy now. If you're not, are you actually switched on through the tummy? Then slow and control, come down. Okay, let's do our small nose circles. A few either side. And then we're going to repeat the same sequence, but to the other side. Okay. So either head lift or down. If you didn't lift through your chest, remember you're going to work on your slides, okay? But you can bring in that arm and that leg. Okay, so we're going to start to do it again. So we're going to lift up with the arm and peel down for 10. So I'm using the other hand to support my neck. Now, if you struggle with your neck, this is the only way, by locking your neck, by getting those neck extensors strong. So if it's complaining, what you need to do is just circle out with little nose circles or chin nods, neck turns, and just keep trying. Even if you're just doing a few reps, you're still on the road. Now the next one, you either lifted through your head or not, but we're going to work the knee lift. So did you bring in that chest lift? As you can see, I've only got my hands on lightly on my head because I'm lifting through my chest. I'm only keeping my hand there to support my head. I'm just showing these positions of your sit-ups of how you can still do it when you get neck pain. We're working 10. So you're either lifting through your chest or you're not, depending on what you can do. Okay, so this time we're going to add on, either with the chest lift or not. So we're going to lift up, extend the leg out, bent, reset. Okay, so if you're not lifting through your head, it looks like this. Okay, still getting the lower part of tummy in. Are we ready? Working coordination, but working symmetry in an anterior chain. Because we're working all the front of the body and we're teaming the left and right together so that it knows how to work together as a team. So important. You've just got to make sure you're keeping that lower back imprinted, which is just above that bottom. When you've done your 10, release. Let's just go back to our head turns. So we're just releasing our neck. Okay, we're going to bring up our legs to tabletop. We're going to keep an imprint of the lower back and we're going to slow and controlled do single knee fold, double. Now you might not be going too far down. That is fine, as long as you're on the right road. So you're thinking about the teaching points that I'm saying. Single, single, double. Again, working coordination. Now, if you do want to lift through the chest, for us to get in this top of the abs, hands behind the head, lift up, single, single, double. You'll find there that you can probably go further down, with your knee folds if you do lift through your chest. Last set. And release, head comes down. Let's circle out that back. Let's massage it out. 3 circles one way and 3 circles the other. Okay, we're going to take it into the 100. So modified would be to keep the legs down. You might be lifting through your chest and keeping your legs down, beating the arms for 5 and then 5 the other. Okay, or if you are keeping your head down but you want to work your lower abs, bring to tabletop. All levels can do that, up or down, or you can work straight. Okay, are we ready? We're going to inhale for 5 strong beats, either head down or head up, or you can even have one hand here. Exhale for 5 strong beats. I'm going to take it to advance on the next one, and then I'm going to bring back on the exhale. Head down if you can't lift through your chest, and if you do want to extend your legs, you can always go higher towards the ceiling more. You're keeping that space between your chin and chest like you're holding an orange. And if you are extending your legs, make sure you're really stretching them away till it's really uncomfortable. So you're working your flexibility gains. We're nearly there. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Knees in, circle out. Change direction. Okay, we're going to go back to some bridges and we're going to work a little bit more further up. So not full bridge, slow and controlled peel up, squeeze that bum. Slow and controlled, link by link of the spine. So I really want you to learn to manipulate the back and the abs. So it's good to do this as a reset. And just make sure that bottom is on. Have you got good core control? Last one. Okay, we're going to work single leg stretch. So you're either lifting through your head or you're not. If you're staying down, this is where you are, and your legs switch. You're coming up, you come up to your highest point. Hand nearest the leg goes on the ankle, the other one go below the inner knee. Inhale to prepare, exhale, switch. You're trying to bring the thigh to the chest because it releases the back. We're aiming for 6 sets, which is 12 reps. So I'm nearly there. I'm on my last. And I'm going to come up onto my forearms. Okay. I'm going to slow and controlled cycle the legs together as a team. Slow. Keeping lower back imprinted. You're not shrugging your shoulders so they shouldn't be by your ears. You're keeping the length away. Slow and controlled. Okay, last one. We're going to bring our legs together and we're going to dip down our toes to the side. Centre, Massage the back, then to the other. So we're really bringing in the size of the waist now. So if you want a really good ab workout, this is the way to go, especially if you find them too strenuous, the other ones. Trying to be a little bit more gentle, offer lots of alternatives. Last one, I want you to come all the way to one side, as if you're going into a side plank. And I want you to be on your elbow directly underneath shoulder. Legs are going to be stacked. Now what we're going to do today is, first we're going to warm up by keeping the hips down and just lifting here. So I'm going to bring up my arms, see how I pull up, but I'm keeping my hips down, and then I come down. So I'm just warming up through the sides of the waist for 12. And I'm thinking about reaching that arm to the ceiling, so I'm getting a really nice shoulder stretch in. Now, after we've done 12 of these, you could either stay with that, or you can work on trying to lift off the floor. So we lift up, getting those hips up, and then we reset down. If you want to work harder, hover it, and work your 12 here. So you can either reset down, or stay up, and just dip. Still thinking about driving up those hips. Brings in a lot of shoulders this. So it also depends on how you're feeling in that area. 2 more. Last one. And come down. Well done. Okay. So now we're going to still keep in the same position unless you want to fully side lie. We're going to hover up the legs and we're going to extend and we're going to twist the elbow towards the hip. So we're still targeting the size of the waist, the size of the hip, but we're bringing in more of a gentle approach to this exercise, so it's more achievable. We're doing 12. You should still feel the size of the waist. You're not bobbing your head forward, you're keeping it pulled back. Last one. Okay, I'm going to take it onto all fours, for all four Superman before we go to the other side. So we're going to slow and control, think about stretching, thinking about lengthening, slow and control, pull back. And slow and controlled. Really think about stretching away. Now, if you're leaning a lot to your hips, it's best to keep a wide gap between your knees so you're more in a tabletop. It's easier to balance. You've got to do what's best for you. One more set. Last one. Okay, we're going to take it onto the other hip. Are we ready? We're going to work our side plank, engaging the sides of the waist, lifting up and down. See how I'm not lifting my hip off, but I'm lifting through the sides of the waist and the sides of the back. So I'm still getting the gains of side plank, a way you can do it without lifting. And I'm still building up my shoulder strength and I'm stretching this arm up, so I'm working some shoulder mobility. 12 of these. Last one, okay. You either lifted up and came down, or did you do it harder and stay up, hover, for 12. Or you can stay at the first one that we did. Go on how you're feeling today. I'm on my last. Okay, we're going to stay on this level Okay, and we're going to extend out, crunch and lengthen, but keeping the hips down. Should still feel the size of the waist and the top of the hip coming in. Size of back for 12. Last one, and release. Okay, let's go to cat-cow. So we're going to work all fours, cat-cow. Okay, we ready? Wrists underneath, knees underneath hips, chin to chest, arch that spine. Trying to take my neck up in cow as far as I can to get the stretch on the neck flexors, the front part of your throat. And I'm keeping my shoulder blades pulled down whilst I take that neck up. Last set. And release. Okay, we're going to come all the way down now onto the back. And we're going to work our symmetry moves again. So we're going to work alternating arm and leg slides, keeping the shoulder blades back and down, keeping the stability through the pelvis. And we're just going to switch in a sliding action. I like to full flex at the bottom because it just stretches those hamstrings a bit more. Those ones that target from the back of the knee all the way up to the bottom. If you want to work a bit harder, let's hover those legs for the next set. Still staying as stable as I can. I'm still keeping that lower back down. And release. Okay. Let's just work the opposite side now. You're either lifting here, or if you want to bring in a chest lift, you're there. For 10, 9. I'm going to hover mine just before touching the floor. So I'm just getting a bit of resistance on it. I'm still keeping my neck locked. 10. And then 10 to the other side. Are we ready? You either lifted through your chest or you didn't. I'm keeping the other leg bent just to protect my back more. As soon as we've been looking after it today in our session, I'm stimulating through the abs. When you've done your 10, I want you to just bring your knees to your chest, open those knees and just rock side to side. Okay, we're going to take it to advanced hip rolls. I want you to try and keep your legs together, extend those arms out, come over as far as you can with your head to the opposite. So we're just starting to release the muscles as we're coming to the end of our programme. Flow the breath. Last one, place those feet back down. Okay, we're going to finish off with bridge to flowing arms. So I'm not going to have my heels too close to my bottom. I'm going to take them out a bit longer. I'm going to keep a bit of a gap between my knees so they contract those hip bones lovely. Arms start here, shoulder blades stay pulled down. Slow and controlled. Lift through your bridge. Extend those arms, you're getting a nice tummy stretch in as well. and slow and controlled peel back. Really squeeze that bum so you're stretching all of those muscles at the top of your pelvis and slowly pull down. Let's work 6. I've got 2 more. I'm on the last. I'm going to stay up with the arms and I'm just going to dip that back down, then slowly peel back, then roll over, up on to my knees to finish off with the side bend stretch. I'm going to lengthen over and I'm just going to bring that arm over the head, stretch the shoulders more. And then switch to the other. And release, carefully coming up, standing. Whichever's best for you. And let's just finish off with some roll downs. And just be aware of how your abs are feeling. Okay, chin to chest, slowly peeling down. Link by link of the spine. Hanging the head and arms like heavy weights. Inhale, exhale, slowly peel up. Let's stretch up at the top. Reach, reach, reach. And let's do another. Stay up on this exhale, grow tall, stretch those arms, bring those arms back, and well done. Great work everybody, hope you had a good workout. Bye.